Hello everyone. Today we are trying our hands at making some homemade biscuits. As we said, we're trying to learn how to do stuff for ourselves and be self-sufficient and just be able to do stuff that if the store's closed down, we can still make bread. So today we're trying to make biscuits. I'm going to show you the recipe I found, show you how it's done, and hopefully it all works out. Let's dive in. So for starters, for this recipe, you will need flour, sugar, milk, baking powder. You need 5 1/3 cup of butter, cold, and salt. So those are the ingredients you will need. Now, to start off, you're going to add all the dry ingredients into the bowl. So let me move this stuff out of the way, and we'll figure out what all we need for the dry ingredients. That would obviously be these ingredients right here. I'm going to get our bowl. So first we need 2 cups of flour. I'm hoping we have enough because we are running kind of low on our flour. 1 tablespoon of the baking powder. 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. Well, I was, but it wasn't coming out. It's a teaspoon of salt. So then you just mix all the dry ingredients, and then you'll add milk slowly in as you mix it. Mix 1/4 at a time. Now if the dough is too sticky, you can add more flour into it to help with the stickiness. Which I have a feeling we may be doing that. Yeah. It's a little too sticky.
Somebody's making a mess.
Hey, that's what I'm good at. I'm just gonna add a little bit. I say add a little bit and I'll dump the whole bag in. That's what I'm good at. There we go. Now it's not so sticky. Then you're going to add the butter in, and cut up small pieces about the size of a pea. The butter you want to be cold, so not melted in any way. Just cold butter. So once you're done adding the butter, you need to knead your dough about 10 times, just simple, on a floured surface. Fold it into itself, flatten it, and then just keep doing that about 10 times. You don't want to overhandle it, is basically what they say. So it says an ungreased pan for 12 to 15 minutes. The oven has already been preheated to 425. Some of these biscuits are not as pretty as others, but I was out of flour, so they're a little bit sticky and I couldn't get them off the table as easily. But they'll still serve their purpose as long as they cook right. One thing I have to keep in mind when doing this is our oven on one side likes to cook faster than the other. So I'm going to have to remember about halfway to flip my pan so I don't end up with one side completely burned. Because otherwise that's what will happen. So that recipe made about 10 biscuits. That one's a little smaller than the rest, but it's still doable. I'm going to throw that in the oven. We'll see how they turn out. So I made a little bit of a mistake. When I was making the biscuits, I didn't read how many it's supposed to make, and we made 10 biscuits. Come to find out, it's supposed to only be 6 biscuits, or 5 in this case. So the first batch did not turn out. I'll show you those. But I made a second batch to try out. Turned out looking amazing. We haven't ate them yet, but they look amazing. But I'm going to show you those. So 6 biscuits, mine were 5. But around 5 to 6 biscuits is what that yields. Let me flip you around. So those were the original biscuits. They're kind of burnt hockey pucks. Very thin. The top tastes like KFC biscuits though. On those ones, they're just a little bit burnt. This is the same recipe, just made a lot thicker, and they turned out amazing. Can't wait to try those. We're working on some sausage gravy right now and all the other breakfast stuff so we can have biscuits and gravy. But we'll let you know how they taste. So the biscuits are done, and we made some homemade sausage gravy to go with it, along with some other parts to breakfast, some hot dogs and potatoes, some eggs, and I put some homemade salsa on top of those. That was, wow, I can't talk. But I'm ready to eat. It looks amazing. I've tried some of the biscuits. They do taste like the KFC biscuits, I think. But everyone's already kind of digging in. So I'm about to dig in, and hope you guys have a great day.